Greetings and welcome back to the channel. Andrew May here, investment advisor and certified financial planner professional. Today's video is on the topic of estate planning. We're going to cover what is an estate plan, what are some of the more common estate planning documents, and should you have an estate plan? Jumping right into today's lesson, why don't we first define estate planning? According to the website Investopedia, estate planning involves making plans for the transfer of your estate after death. Your estate is all the property that you own. It can include cash, clothes, jewelry, cars, houses, land, retirement, investment, and savings accounts, etc. Estate planning usually has several objectives and goals. They include making sure most of the estate is transferred to your beneficiaries, paying the least amount of taxes on your estate, and assigning guardians for minor children, if any. Now, let's review some of the more common estate planning documents, beginning with a last will and testament. A last will and testament determines how your assets will be distributed. In other words, who gets what. It appoints a guardian who will care for your children if there are minors when you pass away. It appoints an executor, also known as a personal representative, to implement your instructions and administer your estate. And if you die without a will, which is known as dying intestate, the probate court will distribute your assets following your death according to the laws of the state, possibly in ways you would not agree with. The next document you should be aware of is a durable power of attorney. This document names an individual who will be authorized to handle your financial affairs if you become physically or mentally unable to handle them on your own. It also spells out what powers the individual will have. Next is a living will. This written set of instructions provides guidelines for your physician and family members to follow in a situation where you are unable to participate in the decisions about your own medical care. If you are in a persistent vegetative state, do you want to be connected to machines that keep you alive, or would you prefer to be allowed to pass peacefully and painlessly? Without a living will, your family members won't know your preference. The next document you need to be aware of is called a healthcare power of attorney. This document appoints a person who will be allowed to make medical decisions for you if you are unable to make them for yourself, and enforce the instructions you provided in your living will and can make additional medical decisions for you. Also, as part of the estate planning process, you want to make sure that your beneficiary designations are up to date. Money passes directly to named beneficiaries regardless of what the will says, so make sure that beneficiaries associated with IRAs, company-sponsored retirement accounts such as 401ks, life insurance policies, and annuities are up to date and accurate. Next on our list are trusts. Your estate planning attorney may recommend that you establish one or more trusts. Trust lets you avoid probate and give you greater ability to dictate how and when your assets are distributed. You should also consider including a letter of intent with your estate planning documents. A letter of intent is simply a document left to your executor or to a beneficiary. The purpose is to define what you want done with a particular asset after your death or incapacitation. Some letters of intent also provide funeral details or other special requests. The document is not legally binding. And finally, it's important to consider digital assets. If you were to die, how would anyone be able to access your bank accounts or other financial information online, your email inbox, or social media? Be sure to make a list of all important accounts with user IDs and passwords so that your survivors can access this important information. And finally, should you have an estate plan? Well, the answer to that is, if you are a legal adult, yes, you should have an estate plan. The information contained in this video is designed to be informative, not exhaustive, and when you are ready to begin your estate planning, I highly encourage you to seek the counsel of an experienced estate planning attorney. A great way to begin your search for an estate planning attorney is to ask for referrals from trusted friends, family members, colleagues, or from your financial advisor or tax preparer. The purpose of today's video has been to introduce you to the topic of estate planning and encourage you to complete yours at your earliest convenience. Also, if there have been any changes to your personal life, a marriage, children, a death in the family, a divorce, it's very important to go back and revisit your estate plan to make sure that all the people that are a part of your estate plan are supposed to be a part of it. Again, you want to make sure that the estate plan is current and up to date. It's not something that you should just complete and forget about. If you found today's video informative and feel as if it could have a positive impact on your financial future, then be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you know of someone who may also benefit from the contents of this video, and I bet you do, then please consider doing that person a favor and sharing the video with them. Until next time, I'm Andrew May, investment advisor and certified financial planner professional, and I believe, even with estate planning, that yes, you can do this.